Okay, so there's two ways you can distribute mesh points on a paintFX. So we have a couple paintFX strokes that I'm going to use for an example here, but the first is a fern. So once again, we'll just create a simple cube. We will make a mesh network from that cube. We'll make this cube a little, well, much smaller. And then in our distribute node, we're going to change it to paintFX. All right, so we can just do the main stroke, the leaves, the flowers, and all that good stuff. So what it needs is a stroke. So we don't even need to turn our paintFX into a mesh like we could before. We could go straight from the stroke. And what that does is, like, wherever there's an edge loop in the paintFX, it's gonna add a mesh point. So that's the main stem. This is the leaves. We can calculate the rotation, which orients it along the path. We can enable scaling, which is quite cool, actually. That'll go along the length of our stroke here. All right, and then of course, hide this. This is all live, right? So cube a little bit bigger. I don't like this like doubling up thing that's happening. That's kind of weird vibration. So let's just check to make sure everything. Okay, well, make the leaf not quite perfectly flat. All right. Yeah, because if I make the leaf perfectly flat, it's going to make the cube perfectly flat too, which isn't what I want. All right, so now that that's kind of set up, of course, everything we do to the paintFX will happen with the mesh points, right? So I don't know, like, for example, if we wanted to show it unfurling, we could do that. All the points go with it. Pretty neat, I think. All right, so that's one possibility. We'll keep that. Maybe we'll throw this in the fern group. Fern. The other possibility is just to use the paintFX as just another mesh. So in that instance, let's turn this on. I can go stroke, modify, convert, paintFX, polygons, quads we want, and OK. All right, so now we got our iris. I'm going to just put it in this group to keep myself organized. All right, and then let's grab the flower. Well, actually, first we'll make a mesh group. So once again, I mean, maybe this time let's do something a little different. How about polygon primitive? How about a platonic solid? All, and then with that selected, a mesh network. And then we're going to go to distribute, change it to mesh, drag in our driver. Maybe we'll do gazillion points. All right, we will make our atomic solid much smaller. We'll have even more. This is cool. So if you turn on the face area, it gives you a more even distribution. It doesn't double up where, it doesn't just double up in the places where the detail is higher. All right. So that is an overview of how the distribute works in Mesh, and then more specifically in this video, how it relates to paintFX. All right.